Welcome back for topic 3.2. In this video, we're going to look at an application of one-way selection in the Computer Science A Magpie Chatbot Lab. We're working off of the Learning Objective Con 2A using conditional statements to branch logical processes. Okay, so first thing I want to do is introduce you to a magpie because you probably have no idea what one is. It's not food. It is a bird, and it looks a whole lot like a crow. I'm sure it's a cousin or, some other similar closely related crow type bird, but they're black and white in color, and they're loud and squawky and make a lot of noise like crows like to make. So if you have crows in your area, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They can be very annoying. So I've created two birds on a branch, and we're going to name these birds Bo and JJ. And if you want to know why, you'll have to go back to AP Live from the spring of 2020 to see what Rob and Jill have to do with Bo and JJ. And these will be our birds for these few videos where we're looking at Magpie. So a chatbot is a computer program where the user interacts by typing in responses, or maybe it's an auditory program and they talk back and forth. You may have had a toy as a child that was a little bit of a chat bot, and based on how you talked back and forth to your toy, it gave you these random responses. When I was a child, I had a Magic 8-Ball, and it would give me these random questions, but it wasn't computerized, so it was not a computing innovation, and it was definitely not a chat bot. But y'all are young enough where you may have had that. So let's talk about coding one and how that looks. So remember that we're working on algorithms of the selection style, where the selection statement, the conditional statement of the if condition is going to trigger our flow of our program. And it's going to be looking for a true or a false depending on how you set up the algorithm and the condition. So here's what Magpie looks like when you begin. The first statement that Magpie is going to say or going to output is, hello, let's talk. Because, that's the whole premise is, Bo and JJ want to be able to talk to each other. And if you don't say anything back, the program code then says, say something, please. So Bo could be a smart aleck, and he might say something. And from there, the conversation would begin in truth. So I want to show you the code for Magpie, and then I want to tell you how to get your hands on it so that you can practice and make this code your own. So the method string greeting is that beginning code that I showed you, hello, let's talk. That's how the Magpie Lab is programmed to begin. Then it's going to look for a response from the user, from the keyboard. And notice the if statement here. If the user's response is, and hopefully you're saying it out loud to yourself, statement. So what do you think statement is? What kind of data type is the variable statement? Hopefully you recognize that from Unit 2. Statement has to be a string. If statement.length is exactly equal to 0, then we know that the user didn't play along, right? So the response says, say something, please, talk to me. So that's what I illustrated to you with the birds and the comment bubbles in the previous slide. So this is a little bit of the Magpie 2 lab code. Here's the Magpie runner. This is the entire runner for the whole program. Every one of the activities, 2, 3, 4, and 5, use the same runner file. This is that tandem file setup where one file holds all of your class and your methods, and then the other file has the executable components and the main method. Notice that it's always going to produce the greeting. Now the greeting right now says, hello, let's talk. When you're coding this, you could change that to say whatever you want it to say. Notice that we're using a scanner, and the scanner has been named IN, or short for input, and that would be the keyboard. The string statement is whatever the user puts in. So it's going to receive that next line from the user, and that's what statement is going to be defined to. And the entire program is wrapped in a while loop, so that while the statement, notice the use of the exclamation point as not, while the statement does not equal bye, like bye-bye, as long as it doesn't equal bye-bye, it's going to continue to cycle through getting a response, producing a statement from the code. It's going to continue doing that over and over again. Now, I want to talk for just a minute about how do you get to Magpie. So teachers, you can log into your AP Central teacher account and go to My Dashboard. That'll be the yellow button at the top that'll have your first name once you've logged in, and then go to your AP Audit. And from the AP Audit, you'll have the drop down over on the right that says Practice Exams and Secure Documents. From that area, you can download all of the resources for the Magpie Lab. Now, this is not one of the current AP labs that's a part of the version 2019 course update, but it's a wonderful lab and it's all about selection, and it pairs nicely with Unit 3. Students, the reason that I think that you might like Magpie is because it's a whole lot like a role play game, and I know a lot of you are interested in role play games and you like the idea of coding role play games. We see a lot of those in the Create Performance Tasks for CS Principals, so you may have taken that course, you may have done a role play game as your Create task, but the idea of asking the user questions and sending them in a different direction through some mystery world seems to be very exciting to everyone, and maybe it's kind of along the line of gaming. So you could take the foundation of the Magpie Lab and turn it into something new and exciting that only you can invent by turning the code into your own invention. So I wanted to revisit what is happening with the if statement, the one-way selection in the piece that we've seen for topic 3.2. If the length of the user's input exactly equals 0, obviously it's not very chatty, but it's also going to just trigger say something please. So here is a revisit of that code with what the if statement does. So in this video, what I hope that you take away is that the if statement, the one-way selection, can alter or change or affect the flow of the program at the user's input in this case, but definitely the programmer's choice. Thank you for watching. I hope you join back for the next topic where we look at if-else statements.